Happy Tuesday, y'all. We're going to revisit and where we left off the other day, and now we're going to be on part 2 of this conversation about high toxic narcissistic people and the reasons they're where they're at and why, and identifying the evil side of this situation so you can learn how to cope. I'm going to be straight up. I was struggling fighting this with the issue of not only me being attacked, because it was a personal attack, but also my kids being attacked and my kid being destroyed. Nothing makes a parent, especially a dad, and I'm sure moms feel like this too, more damn helpless than not being able to protect your child. And being able to protect your child from high conflict, narcissistic parent, and from all the evilness inside them and the hurtfulness inside them. From their fears, their lost ways of being able to cope with what's happened in their childhood tragedies and traumas through their timeline up till they had a relationship with you. I'm not gonna lie, I bought into the fear, but I want you to hear me out, because I didn't see it like this. You will see this clearly. There is value in this, even here with alienation. Parental alienation at the core is essentially, I'm afraid that I'm not good enough, so I need to dim your light. I need to make you irrelevant. So the only choice the child has is me, parent A. Seriously, folks, that's all it is they want to destroy you to make them look like the better parent, because they are afraid of the parent you are. They are afraid the child may love and like you more than them. Why is that? Because of the traumas and scars and wounds from their own genetic makeup in their childhood, from grandma and grandpa, from their mom and dad, and other family members. I'm going to keep this general. It's the reality of it. This is what they're all running from, the fears from their hearts and wounds. They need to make you irrelevant, so the only child's choice is them. That's why they alienate you. That's why they turn the kids against you. That's why they keep the kids against you. That's why they pull bullshit, extreme bullshit, false accusations, calling the police department to come to your house at night to do home checks with false accusations, calling CPS to make false allegations and false actions and have you run through hell, possibly a criminal investigation, ruining your reputation, ruining your business, ruining your job, ruining whatever. That's what they will do, and that's what they do. I know, I've been living it. It's very real. I can share some shit with you that will blow your mind. I know the truth. God knows the truth. Everybody around me that knows me knows the truth. Unfortunately, there's no retaliation for false allegations because, I had to be sure. Bullshit. You knew what you were doing. You're using it as a weapon to target the other parent. You're trying to dim the light of parent B because you can't control parent B. I bought into it. I'm not good enough or worthy enough. My kids don't want to be around me. They don't value me as a parent. And it's simply not true. That's what we hear from our tapes and wounds. That's what we hear from the projection of the attack of the evilness from parent A. It's real. And not only does parent A destroy you within yourself and cause you to struggle with coping to see the big picture, the person's like a knife just sticking it in and going like this. And then whenever they attack your kid by using your kid as a weapon, they're mutilating what's left of that piece of meat right there. It's real. For a moment, let's just take the child out of the equation, okay? Let's just put the conflict, parent A, parent B. It's you and the alienator. Is there a pattern there? Yes. Is it a continuation of a pattern? Yes, it is. In parental alienation, is an extension of abuse. So when you're in a relationship with parent A, you're getting the extension of the abuse from the childhood hurts and wounds and past. That's what you're getting. It's their fears and their hurts and their wounds. And it's a person attempting to control, manipulate, isolate, and destroy due to the fact they fear not being enough within themselves. They fear your light shines so much brighter. Adults, us parent B on the other side of the equation, after a little bit we see through. We figure it out because our mindset and our maturity is further on than our kids. You know, our young kids don't really know, don't have a clue. Our teenagers, their minds hadn't developed yet. Our teens are mind fighting big time. They don't understand. They know they grew up thinking dad and mom loves kid loves dad and mom. Now dad and mom aren't together, so now all of a sudden they can't be with parent A or parent B, or parent A or parent B is vomiting all this shit on them. They think it's their fault. They have to feel like they have to be side to the A parent, which is the abuser, so they can coexist. Because they're afraid the abuser, parent A, is going to turn on them, is going to leave them. That's what the abuser is teaching them. This is why they navigate to the abuser, the unsafe parent. It's taken me a little bit to finally accept this. I'm not going to lie to you. It was hard for me to change my glasses and look at it different because I've been so angry and felt so helpless for what's happened to my child for so long. Children, these teenagers, are having to adjust and figure this out and having to find their own place in society and life. These kids are having suicidal thoughts. Parent A runs them down, therapy. Next thing you know, they're on Lexapro, whatever, the whole 9 yards. Next thing you know, they're on therapist number 5, 6, whatever. And dad or parent B is kept out of that process, by the way. So it's a set-up, rigged process by custodial parent or parent A manipulating, again, by using the therapist and the medical side of mental health against parent B. What makes a child? Parent A and parent B. What makes a child healthy and whole? Parent A and parent B. So how come parent A feels they have an exclusive right to dictate and keep parent B out of mental health therapy? If they're truly open and it's about the child, you're both involved. You're both there working together, trying to fix the situation, trying to make the situation better. But the ones who keep the other parent out, why? It's control. It's all control. Manipulating the outcome and alienating the child further from the dad, keeping the dad out of the process, or parent B. It's real, folks. Unfortunately, our court system, they don't see it, or they see it, but they're not trained in it. Guardian ad litems are just another lawyer, like the judge, who's trained in the legal system, they're trained in the legal law. They don't have a clue. They may be mom or dad, but they don't give a shit about your kids. They only give a shit about their own kid until they find themselves in this situation. A guardian ad litem is not trained as a psychologist to be able to see through things, cope, and talk with your kid. I'll tell you a good example. Parent A has the child. Guardian ad litem has conversations, have interaction with the child. Guardian ad litem only talks with parent A, parent A's counsel. Parent B's counsel's cut back, kept in the dark. And we're paying for these people who are not educated. So yes, the legal system is a big mess. And all you can do is hire the professional help, the mental experts, to see through this. And hopefully the court will see through the damage being done to the children by parent A or parent B. And this is why family law is so ineffective. Yes, a judge could put his foot down if he sees through and has a sixth sense and say, wait a minute, this is not good. I'm going to move this kid out of parent A and put a parent B, because obviously this is not healthy. This is not right. So I can do that, protect. If a child is actually beaten or abused or sexually molested, a judge can step in and interfere and pull that kid out of there. But if the judges don't see it, and if the judges are so spent on years of sitting behind a bench listening to all this bullshit, there's no justice for the child. The family law system is a whole different aspect, and one day we're going to have some good conversations on that, but we're going to leave it at that today. But the biggest take is to a couple of you friends that I talked to quite a bit about this, and some other people on here reaching out about how do you cope and deal with being alienated and being destroyed by that opposite parent. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if there's any easy way. I've been battling this shit for years. But I will tell you what you can do. You can learn your enemy. Dig deep. Look into their past. Look at the family history. Look at the reasons of the behavior. You know, in court they talk about the biggest thing in courts, and what I see on everything, and I've heard from my attorney, behavior. You as a parent, your behavior teaches your kids how to be. You can work on you, but you can't control parent A. You can't control the batshit crazy that comes out of parent A. The damage is there. You can't stop it, you can't help it, and you can't fix it. And a court can't do nothing about it. All the court can do is temporarily restrict and protect your child, and maybe you give you a little bit of relief for the assault you've been taking from them. But you can learn how to understand them and see it for what it is. And that will give you a little bit of relief in mind. You're not overthinking and driving yourself nuts. It's important. Learn life's tools. Learn mental health tools. There's lots of ways you can learn these things if you haven't yet. You can go to Choice of Seminars. You can go to Pathways with Dr. Phil. You can get on TV and watch Dr. Phil every day. I mean, there's mental health therapists, there is psychologists out the wazoo you can go to work on yourself for your own mental health. And I encourage you all to do that for you, and also how to combat parent A, the other side of things, and also how to teach your children correctly. Not your bad habits, not your bad choices, and not your shit that you spew out every day from your hurts and wounds and scars from your past. Don't put a Band-Aid on it. It don't make a magic wand, but it helps you understand how to fight the fight with parent A, the malignant, high conflict narcissist, and be able to understand and see how your kids are dealing with this pain, confusion, and hurt inside. Can you imagine a child hurting so bad that that child is afraid to talk to their dad or mom, say I love you to their dad or mom, because they're so afraid of the other parent rejecting them, not accepting them, and they believe the brainwashing evilness from the parent A. Learn how to take a step back. Learn how to control your emotions. Be factual. Be truthful. Learn your enemy. Learn the hurting person who is trying to destroy you, which is destroying your children. And yes, parent A is hurting pretty damn bad. That's why they're doing what they're doing. But you can't fix that. You can pray for them. Another story from this daddy story. Hopefully I was able to make a difference. And if I can help out with anybody, conversation, struggling, advice, please reach out to us. You can find us on all social media channels, YouTube, Spotify. Have a great day, folks. I'm